Hey, welcome. This is Dr. Don, and this is another Performance Pearl. I have my friend Abby. You say hi, Abby.
Hi.
And Nancy with me here today.
Hi.
And a mother-daughter duo from heaven. And so we're going to share a little bit about their story and how things have changed in their lives since being part of our Performance Chiropractic family here. So Nancy, let's start with you. When we first met 3 or 4 months ago, we sat down and kind of spilled your guts a little bit about what's been going on. And I guess I should probably preface this by saying, Abby and Nancy and your sister, have had a tough last 5 or 6 years and a real difficult kind of life situation. We're not going to go into detail about that, but it's 4 or 5 years down the line here, and well, Nancy, why don't you kind of explain or share, like, where were you 4 years, or well, not 4 years ago, 4 months ago?
4 months ago,
Yeah.
I feel like I reached a point in my life where we lost someone we love very much, and we've been grieving and just surviving at this point. And I felt like it was time to move forward back into my life. And we suffer like social anxiety, and you don't really know how to just all of a sudden come out of it and just be, you're not who you used to be. So I noticed that I was very stressed out, and I was very awkward in relationships, and also that I was tired all the time.
Yeah.
Exhausted. Every day I'd wake up and have a list of a million things to do, and 1 o'clock would hit me like a brick, and I'd be like, wow, I'm done for the day.
I remember 2 things specifically that you talked about when we first sat down, and one is you said you sort of feel like you're in a brain fog.
Always. Ugh.
Yeah, like you felt like, is this all these things in here, but once it got away from you, it was just fogged out. And the other thing was take a deep breath.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and Abby, your stuff was a lot different in a way.
Yeah, I think it was similar. I mean, I'm younger, and so it's harder.
A lot younger.
I have to go to school and stuff, and yeah, I was really depressed and tired, and I had a lot of absences at school, and that was not the best.
And so there was some social anxiety.
Yeah.
And how about sleep?
I've gotten better sleep.
Not so much about that, right? Sleep sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were always tired as well.
Very tired.
Yeah. So just like exhausted, like more. And I remember one thing you told me, and I don't know if you remember, 2 things. One was that you felt like you overthought everything.
Yeah.
Like everything was.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Like
was in my head a lot.
In your head a lot. Yeah. And the other thing, which kind of was staggering to me, is that you missed 1 day of school each week, at least.
Yeah, for a couple of years.
For a couple of years.
Yeah, and I would often come home from school and just sleep until the next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just
That
say, I'm
was
going to lay
bad.
down
It's
for
kind of
that
like
one.
not okay when you're a growing human.
Yes.
So we got together 3 or 4 months ago, and we started care, and some amazing things have been happening, and some sort of like opening up. So Nancy, I want to start with you. Like, what's different about you? What do you notice different? How do you see that world out there differently than you did a few months ago?
Well, I noticed that I feel more connected. I feel like the brain fog has lifted. I also feel that I am getting quality sleep, which has made a world of difference. I also feel like I had been taking care of everyone else for so long that it was finally okay to take care of me. Well, actually, you're taking care of me, but it felt really good, and what I gained from it wasn't just physical. It was emotional, and it was mental, and it's like body, mind, and spirit. And you're like my chiropractor, my therapist, my friend. Yeah.
Well, and that's a huge mom thing. I mean, we take care of a lot of mommies here and their babies, and mom always comes last. And it's what I think is really cool is what I see is that when you walk into this place, instead of when you first came in, it was sort of walk in, sit down, wait your turn. Now it's, all right, what's going on in here and who can I talk to? My guess is that that's happening elsewhere.
Yeah,
like
people
connections.
notice. People can see it when I tell them about your care and how much I love it here, and they go, I can see it. I can see it in your face.
Do you see it in your mom?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you see it?
She's just happier and better to be around. And
Thanks. Wait till we get home. No.
There's a list of chores for you.
Yeah, I think that is. I don't know. She is focusing on herself a lot more, which is really important to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is one of those, I mean, it comes out of our heart, like to serve other people, especially when people are in need and you get kind of stuck in a pattern, like I'm going to give. But then there hits that point where there's nothing left to give. Like you don't have anything in your own tank. And it's this real tug of war that we have as humans that love, is that we can give too much of ourselves or we don't have anything for anybody else. And that the problem is, even though we can think it, like you were thinking, I got all these things I'm going to do, but there's nothing, there's so much chaos on the inside that there's nothing to give on the outside.
Right.
And so now for you, Abby, what are you noticing different? Like,
I sleep a lot better.
Yeah.
And that
and when you sleep, when you wake up, what's it like?
It's gotten a lot easier to get up now and just get my day going. And I wake up at the same time, like every day, without an alarm, which is nice.
Yeah.
And what about your kind of connecting with other people? Because I know we talked about that. There was a lot of just kind of edginess about other people and new stuff.
I mean, it's not completely solved, but I think it's gotten better where I have like stronger connections with people as opposed to like having a bunch of people that I don't know very well. I have like stronger connections with few people.
Yeah. How many days of school have you missed this year?
I think probably like 3 or 4.
And was it because you were sleeping in, or was it because you were skipping school and going to Marquette, where you're going to go to college next year?
Probably going to Marquette.
Oops, you didn't hear that over there at Traverse City Central High School.
She was genuinely sick for 2 of the days.
For 2 days, yeah.
But she makes them up too, and she's getting all A's. So
well,
it's all good.
it's. I want you guys to know that it's a blessing for Dr. Julie and I, and for Rachel and Amy to be serving you, and to be part of having you go back into our community and making a difference and sharing the opportunity to kind of be restored and renewed and inspired and transformed through what we do here. But more than that, to be, the people that we want to do life with in our community. And so, I'm super excited for your continued growth, Abby, and for you to, as you kind of continue to grow and continue to learn and continue to kind of be more comfortable in your own skin. And Mom, I'm just so grateful that you're here, and all the dreams and aspirations that you have, that I just know they'll come true, because there's a heart and a passion that you bring that's really cool. So anyway, how does this happen, guys? I'm going to give you a brief explanation. When you are under stress, whether it's physical stress, chemical stress, or emotional stress, your body innately goes into a defensive state. These young ladies were under an inordinate amount of stress and strain for a long time, to the point where they were holding on for dear life for so long that when the stress kind of went away, they couldn't let go. And it's our role in this chiropractic office to determine how can we come in and help you let go so your body can start to restore. That's the whole process here at Performance Chiropractic. So Nancy, Abby, thank you very much. This has been a Performance Pearl. We love you. God bless.